The modern women lately believe they are single by choice. Do you agree or disagree? Listen to this and we'll go back to it.
There are an increasingly large number of women who are just choosing not to get married and are choosing to stay single. There's a mating crisis going on, and that women who are becoming increasingly college educated and getting access to resources of their own, that they do continue to exhibit an increased preference for partners with resources. Women are what we call hypergamous, right? Which means that we like to mate up in terms of achievement and educational attainment. And when you have a populace like we do in the US of women who are now on average more educated than men, it makes it more difficult to find a suitable partner.
The modern women believe they are single by choice. They believe there is no man out there to match her level when it comes to success. They believe now they need to focus on education, focus on their career, and focus on what matters to them, which is the biggest lie. They saying not to justify her being single because they are delusional and they will never admit why they are single. They are single because men gave up on them, not by choice. Man, he doesn't want to get married to any woman because he knows there is nothing you can do. You can please a woman. You can ask any man on this planet who's been married. It is 5 factors you're going to lose, and this is fact, and you can ask any man who's been married or he's still married. You ready for this? Number 1, you become the yes man to avoid every conflict. Number 2, you become demasculated. 3, you lose your pride. 4, you lose your dignity. And number 5, the more you give, the more they want. You will never please a taker. Taker has no limit. A taker has no place to stop. I give you the biggest example. It's like having 2 cups of water. The more you pour, what happened? The other cup become full and yours become empty. So the more you give, the more they want. And what happened to you? You become empty. You have void in your heart. This is why you can never please a woman. No matter what you do and how much you can provide and how good you are, you can never please them. They always feel like that you're doing less. But if you ask all married men why you are single and why don't you want to get married, because there is nothing you can do that you can please a woman. Let me tell you something here, and this is fact. When you start to give her, or when you start to express your feeling and your thoughts, she will use it against you when you're on your lowest. The minute you start, this is what happened in marriage, the minute you start expressing your feeling and tell your partner what's happening in your world and why you're feeling low and why you're feeling sad and what's happening to your struggle, she will use it against you when you're on your lowest. And you can ask any married man, you can ask any man who's in a relationship. So many men lately, they are in a relationship, especially in a Western country. Getting married in a Western country is the biggest lie, is the biggest mistake, is a scam, because you lose so many things. So many men, they are rabbits. So many men, show me how many men he's the man of the house in these days. Show me how many men he's the real alpha male of the house. Show me how many masculine men who take control of the relationship. Show me how many men he's in power and he make the last decision in the relationship. It's so rare, you have no idea. 1 in a million. I've got boys, you see him on the job site. He's a big dog, rah, 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 loud. But when his wife rings him, yeah, babe, what's happening? You can't even hear his voice. He become a cat. He become a little rabbit. He become like a little mice. You can't even hear his voice. This is what's going on, and this is why men gave up. You guys not single by choice. You women saying you're single by choice, but it's the biggest lie. And some of you saying men still married because they have it easier than a woman. No. He's still married, not because he have it easier, because he's got a lot to lose. His kids, that's the number 1. His house, especially in a Western country, his life saving. And this is why so many men don't want to walk from marriage, because he's got a lot to lose. And this is what I say, if you're not as strong, if you're not a real alpha male, he can cope being away from his wife. He can cope losing his wife, his kids, and his asset. don't get married. Marriage, guys, the biggest scam in the Western country, because I see it all the time. I see couples, they disconnected. I see couple, they don't look like couple. They are together, but they're too afraid to be alone. They are together because he's too afraid to walk away. He doesn't want to be alone. And she's with him for the financial stability. She's with him just because she can't afford to be alone. And this is the thing. Marriage, guys, it's the biggest scam. You lose your freedom, you lose your pride, you become demasculated. And the number one, which is the ultimate, you lose yourself. And when you lost yourself, you have nothing left. Lose it all, but don't lose yourself.